right. All right. So let's get into it. You are in the right place if you want to learn how to grow and scale your real estate business without giving your life away in the process. The grind of real estate is real. And here's how to get access. At the end of this, I'm going to go through how to get access to a proven growth platform without having to pay for coaching, training, technology ever again. So this is the reality. I've been in real estate since 2007. I went the team building route, 5,000 plus families served in my career. And I have seen this to be real here in terms of the industry has failed 100% to create a clear path to financial freedom, where traditional methods only turn agents and team leaders back onto this treadmill, this never-ending cycle. The traditional training and coaching that I've seen in the industry aren't getting it done, which is the motivator for me to launch Real Estate B School. And most agents and team leaders will not be able to retire gracefully. We're going to go through 3 things on our training today. First and foremost is how to profitably scale and grow your team without giving your life away in the process. I'm going to show you how to get free access to literally every tool, system, and strategy that I've ever created to build a profitable real estate business, and the step-by-step process you can use to build a massive leveraged income stream. You're in the right place if you are you're wanting another level of growth in your business. So maybe you're working more hours than you want to, and you don't know how to grow without putting more hours in. You're in the right place. If you want to hang around with a bunch of business builders rather than the struggling agents in your market, you're in the right place. If you want to grow a business that first and foremost systematically increases your net worth and gives you time away from the office, you're in the right place. If you want to learn how to make the shift from this grind transaction treadmill approach to real estate to more of a lucrative lifestyle business, you're in the right place. You're also in the right place. This is something I've gotten really good at, is sharing where I've messed up and my failures. If you're not where you want to be financially and you don't have a clear path to financial freedom, you're definitely going to take away some things today. If you're working out of bounds, and I mean evenings and weekends, and maybe you're even rationalizing that you have freedom in your business, but if I were to talk to your spouse, maybe they don't think so. If you're letting those around you down, if you're more stressed than anyone you know, and you can't seem to get it together, and if you're constantly missing out on the important life events for the urgent matters of real estate. A little bit about me. First and foremost, my faith is super important to me. I'm a dad, I'm a husband, I love business. I have a podcast. I'm like 430 episodes in. I've written a best-selling book, which is pretty cool. Like I said, 5,000 plus families served. In 2008, that was my first year, my first full year in real estate. I did 44 sides, which was like top agent in my market. About 5 years later, 400 plus sides in a real estate team. Multiple 7-figure net worth, liquid net worth. So I define liquid net worth a little differently than just outright net worth. Like, what can you stroke a check for in less than 7 days? And I tell you that only to let you know that I've achieved what I wanted to achieve in my financial journey. And I'll get into a little bit more of that later. I work Monday through Thursday, roughly 10 a.m. to about 5 p.m. So I've got the work week that I want, and I take 10 to 12 weeks of vacation annually. And I've made every single mistake you could possibly make. And the only difference, I think, between me and some other coaches is that I'm willing to share my mistakes. I'm willing to show you the ugly sides of Lars. So a little bit more about me. My parents, I just had this chaotic childhood. Parents divorced. My dad was an alcoholic. I pursued a career and I had a ton of student loans. I didn't pursue that career. I didn't have any sales, marketing, or business building experience. The one ingredient is that I had this really a burning desire to grow and a willingness to bet on myself. My question for you as we get into this is, and you need to ask yourself this, do I have a clear roadmap in place to scale my real estate business and achieve my financial goals so that I can live a life of meaning, impact, and satisfaction? That's a screenshotable. Write it down. Do you have a clear roadmap? That's the question, right? So we have a tool in Real Estate B School that we call the Real Estate Business Growth Navigator. And when I look back on my journey from agent to business owner, And it doesn't matter where you want to go in this journey. There are 5 things that I've learned that helped me achieve at a level that is uncommon in our industry. Number 1, it's this mindset around my self-worth and my quote unquote importance in my business and being able to give up some tasks in the business. Number 2, being honest with myself about the choices with my time. Priorities are what we do. Everything else is just talk. It's easy to say that I want to work out and be healthy. And then are you actually doing it? Or are you watching too much TV at night and then not getting up early? I've been there recently. And so I definitely feel that pain. Number 3, a willingness to develop new capabilities, right? So who you are today doesn't have to be who you are a year or 2 from now. Number 4 is this desire, like I said, and a commitment to grow. Number 5 is a determination to do things that are different in our industry, to challenge the status quo. I believe if we can be honest and vulnerable with ourselves first, and then with each other as an industry, you can get to a point where you have true time and money freedom, right? You don't need to know every step of the journey just to know that it's possible and predictable. My journey was super chaotic. This is the end of 2007. I was part year in real estate that year, instantly busy, working 7 days a week on my phone all the time. Our son was born. This is our first family vacation. I can virtually have you raise your hand if you've ever worked a deal on vacation that fell apart. This is an $850,000 short sale that never closed. And I ruined our vacation over it. The real motivation and the real pressure came in 2010. That was the year we sold 118 homes, and I sold about half those homes. So I was starting the team, and Kendall was born April 2010. And I'm like, I've really got to figure this out, because now I'm selling way too many homes, and I've got people that I'm bringing into my world, and I have to get it to a point where it runs on its own. And I did. I figured it out. We built an amazing life for ourselves. I built all the tools and systems to give leverage to any agent at any point in their journey. And as a result of doing that, I started Real Estate B School. I never had a vision to do a presentation like this or to be on stage or do any of that stuff. I just knew the journey from agent to owner and just learning leverage and all of that was really, really hard. And so that's why I started Real Estate B School and really put myself out there. When you go take that step to put yourself out and record videos and give a point of view and go against the grain and say productivity coaching is broken, like teaching someone how to go from 25 to 50 sales so they can double their income, and then they get divorced or they gain 100 pounds or they don't see their kids, is not what I wanted for myself. And it's not why I started Real Estate B School. All that said, 5,000 plus families served, launched Real Estate B School in 2013. Hundreds of members have gone through that program and our coaching. I still see massive challenges in real estate. So the traditional agent, so just a solo agent, when you stop selling, you stop making money. It's the treadmill. You're the only person keeping the treadmill going. There is no exit strategy. And I think that traditional success in our industry, I just don't think the hours that you put in, the evenings and weekends and the stress you endure are worth the sacrifice that you're making. So let's say you go the team building route like I did. You spend a bunch of time helping agents grow and eventually they leave. Eventually they all leave. It's just the nature of that model. You're ultimately training. I should put quotes around competition because it's not a bad thing, but you have these agents come in, learn a whole bunch of stuff and they leave you. Or you cut these deals that aren't sustainable for an economic model where you're giving away margin just to keep agents happy. And then let's say you go the brokerage route. You're like, I'm just going to get 100 agents. This is going to be great. There's this constant churn for the grass is always greener with agents, right? There's low or no profit in a brokerage model, yet those businesses are attempting to make up for it through title ventures or through mortgage ventures, that sort of thing. There's no real way to add value and truly impact agents' lives at a deep, deep level. And so that's what I see. The biggest challenge I see is that there's no real exit strategy being a real estate agent. So I'm going to take you through a simple example. This is a model that I've been following. I went to Wealth Mastery in Fiji with Tony Robbins in like 2011 or so. And my number was a little different than the 20,000 number. I think it was 30,000 at the time. This is the math though. And there's no way around this math, right? The secret to wealth is to spend less than you make and invest the difference, and build up a critical mass of investment capital. That's the savings side of this, where you could live off the returns. So that's the basis of this calculation. So let's say your number is $20,000 a month. That's like, I can check out. It's $240 a year, 20,000 times 12. At 5%, you would have to have $4.8 million in the bank. So if you do 4.8 million times 0.05, you get $240,000 a year of income. So that's the math. There's no way around it. Our industry teaches us that there may be sort of a different way to get there, but typically it doesn't happen for agents. And here's the thing. It's been said that the most expensive thing that you can own is a closed mind. So as I'm, building the real estate team, then I'm building real estate B school. I was 100% guilty of not looking at a platform that was right before my eyes. The truth is, I didn't see it because I never looked at it. I never studied it. Whether we like it or not, our industry is being disrupted at a historic level. EXP is growing twice as fast as Keller or Remax did, and twice as fast as Keller Williams did. And you've got to be asking yourself, and I think on the email I sent out or the Facebook post, could you be missing something? Could you be missing something? So my ask for you is just to put your guard down and actually enter into this conversation and actually study the model. I believe, after my whole experience set as a solo agent, building a team, exiting that business, building real estate B school, working with hundreds of members to go from agent to maybe small team or even large team, that the fastest way to grow and scale your real estate business and create a massive leveraged income stream is to partner with Real Estate B School at eXp Realty. So someone may have invited you here that's in the Real Estate B School organization within eXp, or I may have invited you here. Bottom line, I'm going to show you how to get access to everything that I've ever built and a clear path to sell as many homes as you want in as little hours as possible with as little stress as possible. You can do all of this without paying for coaching, training, or technology ever again. And like I said, if you've heard of EXP or you think you know what EXP is, I promise you, if you haven't looked at it in like the last 3 months, and you're dismissing it and you're closed off to it, you really need to slow down and study this model. I was that way for probably about not quite 3.5 years or so. I was just closed off to it, right? You couldn't get me to open up and look at it. And so how is this really different? So you're like, yeah, I get it. I sell homes. I'm at a brokerage. How is it really different? Aligning our interests, either with me directly or with someone that's invited you here, allows me to work with you at no cost to you, to help you scale your real estate business without it costing you anything. When you sell more homes in this model, when you grow your business, we both win. And there's never been an opportunity like this where we can collaborate at such a high level. It's easy to say that EXP, when you get on the inside, it's a collaborative environment. And once you're on the inside, the level of collaboration, everyone in the company is sharing their best stuff. We're all committed. We all own the company. We're all committed to its success. It is an unbelievable model. I love this. Just gives a little bit of context around how I think still agents and also brokerages are dismissing EXP. I liken EXP to the Netflix of the real estate industry. And this is the CEO of Blockbuster, Jim Keyes, back in 2008. Neither Redbox nor Netflix are even on the radar screen in terms of competition. Think about that. Openly says that. Not even on the radar screen. We know Netflix story, but look at Redbox. Redbox has I think in the US, 52,000 kiosks. You can still go to a Harris Teeter in my market, which is Charlotte, North Carolina, and you can get a physical DVD, right? And so not only is Blockbuster not in business, but even Redbox is still in business. So I'm going to go through EXP Explained here in 9 minutes. This is a very short overview of the EXP model, and it takes you through the entire model. And so let me tee this up. I want you to look at this video with an eye toward what am I seeing? What's different about this model than maybe the model that I'm currently plugged into? All right, so let's watch this. It's 9.5 minutes. I want you to take notes if you're able, like, hey, that's interesting. Like stock, like my company doesn't offer stock. My company doesn't offer healthcare. Like look at, we all want to believe that our current situation is our best situation. And that's where the closed offness, that's not a word, but closed offness comes from. But keep an open mind and look for the things that might be different or the things that are intriguing about this model.
Welcome to eXp Realty. This is an overview of one of the most innovative real estate brokerage models today. A global community designed, powered, and owned by our agents and partners, transforming the real estate experience. Our family of agents build their own businesses while having equity opportunities in eXp World Holdings. As technology has transformed entertainment, hospitality, transportation, and retail, it's now transforming the real estate industry. There's been little to no innovation with the old-fashioned real estate models. Franchise brokerages all start with the company at the top, which feeds down to regions, followed by offices or market centers, followed by a local manager or team leader. The focus was on the brokerage and their brand, not on the agent and their business. The evolution of real estate brokerages has always been driven by how agents get paid. This can be clearly seen with eXp's growth compared to old-fashioned models. At eXp Realty, we've eliminated old-fashioned bloat by removing franchises, territories, brick and mortar, and redundant layers of management. By doing this, we've created opportunity to give equity back to the agents and have made the agent the focal point of their business. We do this by having multiple income opportunities within our model and leveraging our fully immersive cloud office environment where agents enjoy 24/7 access to state-of-the-art collaborative tools, coaching, support, and socialization. eXp Realty continues to experience consistent record-breaking year-over-year growth with a mission to reach 1 million agents globally. It all began in the United States and Canada, with eXp Realty perfecting the model over the first 10 years, laying the foundation for our global expansion. Our international footprint now expands over 6 of the 7 continents. Our core values define our culture and ensure decisions are always aligned. Like being agile allows us to make adjustments at any time for our agents and their clients. eXp is at the forefront of technology. Every agent gets their own lead generation CRM system called KV Core. For a non-eXp agent, it could cost over $5,000 a year. This industry-leading system provides you with a behavioral-driven, personalized IDX website, CRM, email, and text campaigns. You'll always be notified of your contact's behavior, helping you convert and close more transactions. SkySlope allows agents to manage their business totally paperless. This all-in-one transaction management system helps you effortlessly stay organized with your transactions. All of your important data is contained on one detailed checklist, so you have everything in one place. One of our top priorities is building our own technology. Our back-office business intelligence center gives agents both autonomy and great visibility into their business. Within your dashboard, you'll be able to monitor your performance metrics, commissions, revenue share, equity awards, transactions, and more. Whether you need a quick postcard or a full presentation, the eXp Marketing Center has it all. You can edit marketing collateral within minutes by choosing from over 5,000 marketing pieces. In fact, when a new listing is added to your MLS, you'll get an email with marketing items created automatically for your listing. Welcome to eXp World, our 3-dimensional virtual cloud-based office environment. Meet, learn, and collaborate with agents and staff from anywhere with an internet connection. Join a meeting or training within a community via your phone, tablet, or computer. In eXp World, agents get real-time live support from our over 400 full-time staff members. Access over 80 hours of live training weekly in eXp World. Our training focuses on industry best practices, how to grow profitable real estate business, professional development, and much more. These sessions are taught not only by our highly experienced training department professionals, but also by our top producing agents and teams from around the world. eXp Realty agents also have access to Workplace by Facebook, which is a dedicated and secure working space to connect, communicate, and collaborate with other agents and eXp staff. You'll be able to use familiar Facebook features like newsfeed, groups, messages, and events to get things done quickly and efficiently. We understand that some agents enjoy the office setting from time to time, which is why every agent at eXp gets a global membership to Regus shared offices and their new brand spaces. Regus offers 3,000 office locations in over 900 cities in 120 countries. Every agent at eXp has the opportunity to become a shareholder in eXp World Holdings. Earn equity awards for closing your first transaction each year, capping each year, and every time an agent you attracted joins eXp and does their first transaction. Our agent equity program helps agents prepare for retirement. You can elect to take 5% of your gross commission per transaction and buy the company's stock at a 10% discount. Our ticker symbol is EXPI. Note that some stock awards are subject to vesting. eXp's Icon Agent program is unmatched within the industry. Our founder, Glenn Sanford, strongly believes that top producing agents should be rewarded for their contribution. There are 2 ways to qualify for Icon status: $5,000 paid in post-cap transaction fees, or $500,000 annual GCI with a minimum of 10 closed transactions. When you achieve Icon status, you'll receive 100% of your cap that you paid to eXp back in the form of company stock, essentially putting you at a 100% commission split. One of the most exciting aspects of our compensation plan is our revenue sharing model, which allows you to build a monthly leveraged income by attracting productive agents to the company. Here's a breakdown of how the revenue sharing model works. Tier 1 contains the agents that you personally attracted to the brokerage. For each transaction on this tier, you'll get 3.5% of their total commission. This amount is taken out of eXp's 20%, not out of the agent's 80% commission. Once the agent has hit their annual cap, they start receiving 100% of their commissions. You therefore no longer receive income from their deals for the remainder of the year, which is why the max you can earn on this tier per agent is $2,800. You can earn on all 7 tiers, but it's contingent upon how many agents you've personally attracted to the brokerage and their level of production. For example, if you attract 5 producing agents, you earn exponential share in commissions on Tier 1 and Tier 2, which are agents that your Tier 1 agents attracted. If you attracted 10 producing agents, you earn exponential share in commissions on Tier 1, Tier 2, and also on Tier 3, which are agents that your Tier 2 agents attracted. On Tiers 4 through 7, you'll still receive a reduced share in commissions, which is called our expansion sharing. So let's go through a quick example of how you can create a monthly leveraged income through the revenue share program. Here's you. You personally attract 5 capping agents. Then, each of those 5 agents attract 5 capping agents of their own, giving you 5 agents of Tier 1 and 25 agents on Tier 2. For the 5 capping agents on Tier 1, you earn up to $2,800 each. And for the 25 capping agents on Tier 2, you earn up to $3,200 each, giving you an annual leveraged income of up to $94,000. But note that these figures are based on each one of these agents capping, which is approximately selling $2.7 million of real estate per year, with an average commission of 3%. You can speak to an eXp agent or staff member for further explanation. Express offers a revolutionary new home selling option for homeowners who want to skip the hassle and uncertainty of a traditional home sale. The platform connects sellers with institutional buyers who can pay cash and close quickly. Unlike other iBuyer platforms, Express Offers allows agents to receive real estate commissions. At eXp, you'll never pay a desk fee, royalty fee, or franchise fee. Every agent is treated equally and is on an 80-20 split, which caps each year at $16,000. You then receive 100% commission for the remainder of your year. Here's the amazing part. It's only $149 to join eXp, and that includes your first month's $85 brokerage fee. On each transaction, there's a $25 broker review fee and a $40 risk management fee. The risk management fee caps at $500 each year. We're also excited to announce that we've added a low-cost healthcare alternative. Our agents get a one-on-one virtual consultation to ensure they've selected the right plan. eXp Realty continues to set industry records, becoming the #1 independent brokerage in the U.S. for closed transactions. For more information, reach out to the agent who shared this video with you.
I love that last part there. Once you've seen it, you can't unsee it. And I think the challenge is, I think there's a perception about eXp that is not really well-founded. So, and I had this same reaction where I just dismissed it. But then when I started to study it, I'm like, revenue share is the reason it's growing, is because if you put a financial opportunity in front of a bunch of real estate salespeople, they're going to be like, okay, so I can invite my friends in and then I can get referral fees off of homes they sell. That sounds awesome. And so that's where the growth is coming from. And there's this massive value proposition. So typically what I saw in this video is a lower investment level than most brokerages, more tech, more training, healthcare, programs like express offers and the title company and all those cool things. 5 ways to earn stock, and then revenue share. And revenue share, my friends, it's the way that Glenn Sanford sort of borrowed the model from Gary Keller. That's the way Keller Williams grew out of nothing, coming out of Austin, to 100,000 plus, now 175,000 agents. And Gary Keller he can't do revenue share in the market centers at the brokerage level because there's way too much overhead. Yet every KW agent pays 6% up to $3,000. They capped a royalty to KWRI, to Gary Keller, a single office location, like 30 employees. And so I don't know many billionaires, but when I started to study the model and I said, wouldn't it be cool if we can bring folks into something that's going to make more money from just a split and cap perspective? They get more tech, more training, access to healthcare. Are you kidding me? And then stock. And then on top of it, if they want to invite their friends in, they can get paid referral fees off. I'm like, where like, sign me up. And so that was my biggest breakthrough. And when I looked at my core focus and my values, the things that I was super passionate about before eXp, this is straight from Real Estate B School's website, is to help agents scale their businesses, achieve time and money freedom, and have greater purpose and impact. And this platform allows for all 3 of those things. This is one of my favorite authors, Mike Michalowicz. I met him at an event, and this is from the book Profit First. He says, putting your nose to the grindstone is a really easy way to cover up an unhealthy business. We think if we can just work harder, longer, better, if we just hold out, something good will happen one day. And how many real estate agent retirement parties have you been to? How many agents do you know that have retired or exited their real estate business gracefully? And so here's the question: do you have an exit strategy? That's the question. So my challenge to you is to go through this simple math with me. What's your I'm done number? What's the number of monthly residual income, if you could have it coming in, where you wouldn't have to go out and sell houses anymore? Could be 10,000 a month, could be 20,000 a month. Pick that number on the left-hand side and then go all the way to the right-hand side and pick the amount of critical mass of investment capital. So the cash saved at 5%, 4.88 million, if you remember the example from before, throws off $20,000 a month of cash. So my number was actually 7.2 and the 30 that I was working toward. And so the question is, what's your I'm done number? So the number on the right here, how much have you saved so far? So what's your liquid net worth? If you were to, within 7 days, anything liquid net worth, if you could just liquidate it and create a pile of money, that's the critical mass of investment capital. How much do you have now? How much are you saving per year? So if you're saving 10,000 a month, let's use an example. Let's say 2.4. I want to make 10,000 a month residual. I can live a modest lifestyle. That would be good for me. I haven't saved anything so far. So my net worth, liquid net worth is zero. And I'm saving $10,000 a month. That's $120,000 a year. In that example, you're 20 years away from saving $2.4 million, right? You have nothing, 2.4 million, 120,000 a year, 120,000 times 20 years will get you to that. The challenge is most real estate agents pick a 20 or a 30, and then they do this math and it's like, oh man, my number is 7.2 million on the right here because I want 30,000 a month. How much have you saved so far? Like liquid? Like not a whole lot. And how much are you saving per year? Like I'm not even saving 5,000 per month. And then how many years will it take you to save the difference? And it's like 30, 40, 50 years. But we as an industry, we don't face this reality. We never run this math. I had to go to Fiji to hang out with Tony Robbins to learn this math. And so when I looked at this model and someone I trust brought me this model, I was able to now look at it through that lens and the impact that it can have for people that join us in this journey. And here's the question. Based on where you are today, let's just use the time and money freedom. You know, how much time and money freedom do you have today? How confident are you in terms of where you're going? So if you're like, you've already figured out the residual income thing and you're only working 10 hours a week and you've got 30,000 coming in, you know, every month without you having to do a whole lot to earn it, then you're pretty confident, right? I'm pretty confident in where I'm going because of where I am today. But if you haven't cracked the code on time, money, stress, and that whole equation, then your confidence may not be that high. The question that I get asked most often, and it's the most often misunderstood aspect of EXP, is agent attraction. And we have people that are coming into our world and they meet with their broker and they say, you know, recruiting is really hard. Like they're telling you that you could do agent attraction, but you can't, right? We're not talking about recruiting someone into a single, you know, local brokerage and charging them for all these things that we don't use. We're talking about inviting our friends into a model that may change their financial future forever. So it is not like what your broker would have you think it is, right? So what could it mean for you? So it took me 27 years to generate about 2.4 million liquid net worth. Again, I don't say that in any kind of ego kind of way, but that was about 10,000 a month residual for me. It took me, I'm at 14 months now, and I've got the net worth equivalent of $10 million, which is I'm averaging about 40,000 a month residual income, and it's growing. In the last, I didn't update this slide, but in the last 30 days, I think 91 agents have joined me, and only one agent joined me personally. So the leverage in this is that you're inviting some friends over that may not have figured out their end game financially, and they're on this rat race that's real estate. You invite them in and they're going to get in and be like, this is pretty amazing. It's not what I thought it was. And they're going to invite some friends in. And all of a sudden you're building residual income with people that you like hanging out with and you like helping. And so it's this crazy environment that we built for ourselves. So of the 691 in my organization, only 27 are partnering with me directly. Massive leverage. I think that's like 4% of my income is directly related to 27 people I brought in. 96% of my income in EXP is related to the people that they brought in. So I think legit, you have two choices where you could focus on, like that one example was the 5x5 that was in the video. That was $7,800 a month with full capping agents, which $7,800 a month is almost 10,000, which is the equivalent of saving $2.4 million. So I think you could attract 10 to 15 agents in the next 3 to 5 years, or save 4.8 million to 7.2 million. And it will probably take you more than 20, 30 years, depending on how far you've gotten along. And you could say, well, Lars, I'm going down the investment house. Like I'm buying rental properties. Like that's going to be my path to financial freedom. That's all well and good. Yet that's a 20 to 30 year path, right? if you're buying a $250,000 investment property, you're having to come up with $50,000 cash. So you're working every year to buy one property. Then the cash flow on that property might be $200 a month. And you're just hoping to rinse and repeat that enough times where hopefully one day something good will happen, like that quote I shared. And I just don't think it will for most of our industry. So my ask is for you to believe that this is not only possible, but that it's predictable and that you're not alone. We've built the system around agent attraction. It's proven already at this point. It's not a question of if it will work. It's a question, will you do the work? And the bottom line is that we're inviting you into our community. You know, this community real estate B school partnered with EXP to help you go further faster. And so the question is, would you even be a good fit to partner with us at EXP? You know, a really particular kind of agent that, kind of like in the beginning of this presentation, like you're tired, like underpaid, overworked, overwhelmed. You're ready to scale your business, but you don't want to give up more of your personal life. You want to be able to put the things that matter most in life first and create the future you deserve. And you're willing to challenge the status quo in our industry, right? We're not blazing any trails at this point with DXP. It's like 65,000 plus agents, yet it's still like the renegade of the industry. And people like are outright brokerages are telling lies about what EXP is at this point because it's disrupting in such a crazy way. And if you're ready to start building real wealth, if this sort of describes you, you will definitely fit in our community and we'll crush this opportunity together. You're going to get access to me to help you build your business and for you to help build the residual income stream. All of our lead gen levers, we've got 8 of them. Each are good for 50 transactions. All of our lead conversion training, all of our presentations, our buyer packets, our pre-list packets, all of our Trello boards, our client care systems, our business freedom planner. We do going to 2 live trainings per week that you'll get access to, and you get access to our private online community. We have a very specific blueprint that you'll follow to build your real estate business. We will show you exactly how to assess your business and how to take advantage of every tool and system that you'll need to grow to wherever you want to grow. If you want to grow to 500,000 GCI working 40 hours a week, you need to do these 3 or 4 things. If you want to grow to 1 million GCI working 30 to 40 hours a week, you need to do these 3 or 4 things. It's a plug and play system solution to the problem in the real estate industry. And it is the clearest path to success that I know. You get access to literally everything I've created over the last 8 years in Real Estate B School, helping hundreds of real estate agents grow and scale their income without increasing their hours. You get access to all of it for free. All of our drivers, each conservatively, I think they're valued at like $10,000 each. Every document, template, anything you could ever need to scale your business, you get access to. I would urge you to go to rebscasestudy.com and check out the stories of some of the folks that have been in our world. You're also going to get access to the fastest growing community within EXP Realty, which is the Game Changers community. We have a coaching collective in there that does 10 live trainings per week. And bottom line, if you're struggling, I'm going to go these in reverse. I want to teach you how to make more money, but I want you to be able to have more freedom to ultimately have more impact in the areas of life that matter most to you. That's the promise that we're making here. And so I would for sure connect with the person that invited you here. If it's not me, go to partnerwithrebs.com. On that site, I'm actually going to pull up that site real quick. I want you to take a look at it. It's going to give you some resources. So it's going to give you some resources. It's a version of this briefing that you don't have to go through. All the stuff that's included. There's a really good slide deck from EXP in here that you can go through as well, just to learn a little bit more. And then I've done some interviews with my perspective with some of the leaders in our world. And then there's some other videos that I use that really help me to evaluate this opportunity that I think you might find useful. But then for sure, reconnect with the person that sent you here, as they're going to be a wealth of information and they can hook you up with a 3-way call with me. And like I said, if I invited you here, definitely reach out to me and we can have a conversation about it. Let me see if there are any questions. And I'm formally done with the prez. So if there's any questions, definitely let me know. So someone asked, is this video available to assets on the EXP Enterprise? No. So it's on that Partner with Rebs site. I don't know that I'm trying to think of the one that I did last or 2 weeks ago. I'm not sure I'll replace that one with this one. But yeah, you can grab that video for sure. Okay. So Jill figured out her issue. That's great. Yeah. And so, yeah. So any other questions, you guys let me know. I'll check here on Facebook to see if there are any questions on the Facebook, and then we will be done here. I think that is probably it. I don't get a lot of questions from the Facebook Live. Let's see. Yeah. If you have any questions, type it in. Yeah. So the website, yeah. So the EXP explained, that's a good question. The EXP explained 9-minute video, that belongs to a company called CRM Grow, and they have rights around it. So they can't, yeah. So even Cameron asked a question about that video specifically. So that's through CRM Grow. And so that's just it's a CRM specific for EXP folks that are building organizations within EXP, and they make that video every quarter. And so they update it, and it's approved by EXP. And we don't have access to it outside of, like, I can't even share it with you to use. I guess I could give you this link, but it's going to have all my information on it. Like I have tried, there's no way to, I can give you this link that may or may not be something that that was just to Jill. Let me do it to everyone here. So you can probably click on that and it will come up, but I think it's going to have my Calendly, information in there and all my information in there, but it still could be a resource for you. All right, my friends, it looks like that's all the questions that we had. Much love, much respect. We'll talk to you guys soon. Be good. I'm out.